select.
Hello and welcome to Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. There's really no better way I could have started this video than just letting the entire guitar intro rock, but anyway, hello, I hope you're doing well. After I finished Sonic Adventure 1, I realized there really was no way that I could just jump to a different game in a different series like usual and not feel at least a little bit of regret for not also covering Sonic Adventure 2. When I was doing that the playthrough of the previous game, I wanted to avoid constantly comparing it to its sequel because I like to compare games on their own merits, of course, even if they're part of the same series. But there were quite a few times where I couldn't resist also talking about Sonic Adventure 2, and when I think back fondly on my time with this series, obviously I don't think about Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 as completely separate entities when I was younger. I think about Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2, so in the interest of being true to myself and true to what I want to do, we're going to be playing Sonic Adventure 2 after Sonic Adventure 1. So we'll get started here pretty quick, but a few things that I wanted to note, or just one really quick cursory thing, is that you'll notice that this is, in fact, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, and you'll see the battle branding in this main menu itself. Playing the PC port it's the version that was brought to the GameCube, so it's not the original Sonic Adventure 2 as it was on the Dreamcast with the previous game, obviously. I played it with a Dreamcast conversion mod that made the game resemble that version more, and I tried to do a Dreamcast conversion for Sonic Adventure 2 as well, but every single mod I tried just created so many problems and so many texture issues, and just also caused the game to crash sometimes. So in the interest of having a consistent and bug-free, well, this will not be bug-free, but in the interest of having bugs that are only supposed to be in the game, because that's how the game works and not because of a mod or anything, we're just going to be doing the regular vanilla Sonic Adventure 2 Battle on the Steam version. So unfortunately it will be missing some things. Like I think they might have been patched in. I don't know the big differences between the GameCube version and the PC version, since there was a release gap there. Big the Cat might be removed, unfortunately, but what's definitely removed is the soap shoes sponsorship stuff in the first level of the game, and probably other levels too. So unfortunately we will be missing out on that, but it isn't too big a deal. It's not as drastic as Sonic Adventure 2 Battle did not have as many drastic changes to the game as Sonic Adventure 2 Sonic Adventure Director's Cut, so I think we'll be good. Anyway, let's go ahead and start a new file here. I am very, very excited. So yeah, a lot of things here on the PC port, but we're just going to immediately hit one player play. And as I mentioned in the previous playthrough, obviously, or in the previous game videos, in Sonic Adventure 1 you chose which character you wanted to play as, but here we're given the option of two story modes: the hero story, where we play as Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, and the dark storyline, where we play as Eggman, Shadow, and Rouge. But it is worth noting that it's cool how you can, if you wanted to, you could start with the dark playthrough, which was not the case for Sonic Adventure. You had to meet the characters in the order that you met them in, even though it didn't take very long. But of course, this is a Sonic game. If you're buying it, you're probably going to start with the hero story first, and the first level of the hero story is one of the most iconic levels in the entire series, so let's go ahead and start with that and see where we're at. 1327, above the capital city.
Sigma Alpha 2 heading due south over the city. We're en route. Everything's a go.
This is Control Tower. We have you on radar. Report cargo status of captured Hedgehog aboard. Over.
That's a 10-4. Cargo secured on board and... What?
Didn't
The
copy
Hedgehog
that.
is
Over.
gone. He's taken out everyone aboard and...
What's wrong?
What in the
Come
world?
in. Over.
Freeze! What do you think you're doing? Get that Hedgehog!
City Escape, Escape from the Military Pursuit starts off just as ridiculously as you would expect it to. So we're going to try to avoid running it well. We're also going to try to hit the ramps correctly, unlike I just did right there, but we're going to try to avoid the cars because they slow you down a lot. It is not like Sonic Adventure or Sonic Generations, where the cars actually boost you, and we did get the top one there, so that's cool. Speaking of cool, we got a cool amount of points. Whenever I play this game, I'm always so surprised by how brief that section is, because in Sonic Generations it's greatly extended. And you can't do anything with that. Yeah, but yeah, City Escape is a fantastic level with a great song that unfortunately I'm whispering over a muted game right now, so you can't tell, but it is really good. And a very appreciable poster here for Chao in Space 2. So to get through here, Omo Chao would tell us that, but well, I accidentally pressed the B button to do a somersault. To break those wooden containers, which this is a interesting addition to the gameplay from Sonic Adventure 1. And just, I'm going to try to go through levels fast, but just in the interest of talking about it, I'm not going to go through City Escape fast. It's sort of it's a pretty easy attack. And I think more importantly from a developer perspective, it makes it so you can't spam spin dash anymore to get a bunch of speed really fast. You have to hold down the button, and there's a pretty big delay here. But my favorite thing about the the somersault is that you get a cool animation for jumping when you use it like that, and that's very fun to see play out. And we got great amount of points there for jumping from the rails. I am not very good at getting high scores in this game, so apologies if you're looking out for that. Oh, I always miss that jump too. There's a lot of really fun posters. Which, once again, these were replaced a lot. I think right here was definitely a soap advertisement that got changed into a Knights Hotel Dream Resort, which is honestly a very preferable change for me. I love Knights. Let's see if we can get over here, and this is our first Chao box. So because this game doesn't have an overworld like Sonic Adventure 1, you collect Chao keys while you're going through the level. And then we got the other life there too, and a nice 200 points. And after you finish the level, you then get taken to the Chao Garden if you had the key, and each level has 3 Chao boxes with a key, or a chance to get a key. Okay, I'm glad I was saying that enemy disappears if you don't kill him fast enough. So here's the second Chao box, and when we somersault that open, we get a bunch of animals for our Chao instead. A fun little bit of jumping around on platforms there. Oh, glad I had the shield. Oh, never mind. I'm doing a great job here. And these red things are also for Chao too, but they're dropped by the gun enemies. Okay, Sonic's just out to get me with that one. I did not have enough momentum. And if we had the light speed dash, we could follow that, but unfortunately we don't have it yet, so we'll have to come back when we can. Another iconic camera angle here, and if we hold forward, we'll hit this pole, and then we jump at the right time. Oh, and we're definitely going to miss that invincibility, but we will get up here. For the third and final Chao box, which has a unicorn in it, which I think will just give me a lot more stats than a regular enemy would. Here's a fun little bit of homing attack sequence for us. Let's see if we can, there's like, oh, I was saying, let's see if we can jump for the railings. There's like 3 in succession here. We did get 2 of them, so it shouldn't be too bad. For some points. Oh, we actually didn't get any. And as if this level wasn't just a constant stream of iconic moments, and I'll stop saying that word soon, I promise. This sequence of the truck, the truck chasing you down not San Francisco streets is pretty good. Even though there's really no chance of it catching up to you at all. I say that as I just slowly walk off of a ramp, but I think we're coming up towards the end here. Yeah, there's the end. 5 minutes is a very long time, but I did spend an entire minute trying to explain somersaults, and now I'm wasting time explaining why I wasted time, so let's jump into the goal.
Just made it.
Yeah, it was a C, so still not bad as it could have been. And of course, finishing our first level gets us our first emblem, and that little warp noise you heard is because we're about to load into the Chao world. But another thing to note about this game, and thankfully the Chao world does not time me, so I don't have to worry about getting a bad score here. The lobby looks very interesting. But at the end of levels in this game, it's not like Sonic Adventure 1 where each of the rankings, level C, B, and A, is a different objective you have to do. This game actually ranks you with a combination of how many rings you got throughout the course of the level out of how many rings there are and the time you took to complete it. So, in addition to your overall score that you get from defeating enemies, so there's just, this game is definitely a lot more bigger emphasis on the ranking and that system. But anyway, we don't have to worry about now. We don't have to worry about that now. Excuse me. We're gonna enter the Chao Garden, and I realize now that my Chao from when I practiced or when I did a test recording for this game with the first 2 levels is retained. So I robbed you of the chance of seeing this Chao hatch, and how excited I was that he has the shit-eating grin, for lack of a better phrase. So I've already given him a few animals, but that's fine. I'm surprised by that, and I wasn't expecting it, but you know, we're gonna take it in stride. Yeah, and as you can see, the unicorn gave him a lot of power-ups, and we picked up a lot of robot power-ups compared to animals in that run-through of City Escape. So yeah, the gun pods, they're the pods from the gun robots. Only gives 2 to 3 in one stat. But it's still better than nothing. I do wish I'd gotten more animals though. And interestingly, you'll also notice that this Chao is a very light blue color, if not basically white. And that's because we've been raising it with a hero character. And if you raise a Chao with a dark character during the dark campaign, it'll have a different aesthetic appearance. So when we get to that campaign, whenever that might be, it'll be a while. The goal, or at least my mindset right now, is to do 1 hero Chao and 1 dark Chao, which will probably be that one. But anyway, why don't we shake a coconut free? Okay, there's one. We'll pick that up to feed our favorite Chao, who we clearly like a lot more. Did I just walk by him? Yeah. And I was gonna then rescue this Chao, but it looks like he was able to rescue himself, so that's good. Alright, he's eating, and we're ready to continue now.
This game of tag is boring. I'm out here. Finally decided to show up, eh? Okay, bring it on.
Monitor Bigfoot reporting to headquarters. Intruder has been located.
Copy that.
I completely forgot about the Phantasy Star Online poster behind us here. And I can't turn the camera, unfortunately. Yeah, right there it is. I love that so much. So the mechanic, and I did the homing attack too early, the mechanic of this fight is that he will destroy the boxes. But if we're quick enough, we don't have to worry about it. Because if he destroys all the boxes, you can't jump to hit him until he decides to land. But we're doing pretty good here, and it's about to be over, actually.
Hey guy, take care.
by using the boxes to our advantage, we can really get that done a lot faster.
It all starts with this. A jewel containing the ultimate power.
That's the Chaos Emerald! Now I know what's going on. The military has mistaken me for the likes of you. So, where do you think you're going with that emerald? Say something, you fake hedgehog!
Chaos control!
Wow, he's fast! Hey, it's not his speed. He must be using the Chaos Emerald to warp.
Shadow. I'm the world's ultimate life form. There's no time for games. Farewell.
Shadow, what is
No, stay where you are. Keep your hands up.
Not again.
Just let it go. You just don't know when to give up, do you?
What are you talking about? That emerald's mine. You got that? The Master Emerald contains special powers that neutralize the energy of the Chaos Emeralds. That makes it very powerful.
What the?
What? Thief!
Look who's calling who a thief.
I came here following the signal from the Emerald. If I'm not mistaken, this is the Master Emerald. It's you, Dr. Eggman.
So that's Dr. Eggman.
Well, I guess I can use it for something. I'll just take it with me. Farewell, knucklehead.
Not if I can help it.
What was that all about? And look what you did to my emerald!
I did that to prevent the Master Emerald from being stolen, you idiot. If it's in pieces, I can restore it. And by the way, that's not your emerald.
Doesn't matter. I'll look into it once I get back to the base.
I despise anyone who takes jewels from me. All the world's gems are mine to keep.
Yeah, we'll see about that, Batgirl.
Stage 2, Wild Canyon, reintroduces us to Knuckles gameplay, which consists of, like before, getting 3 pieces of the Master Emerald, but there's a pretty big difference here in that you only have a radar for the emeralds sequentially, so you have a radar for the first one until you get it, and then the second one unlocks, and then the third one, but you can still get 2 and 3 even if you don't have the radar, if you physically see them and pick them up. You really gotta love how Knuckles just keeps it real and calls Rouge an idiot and just absolutely hates her. So our hint was at the bottom of the pillar, and I do not know these levels at all. Since they're specifically crafted for, it is worth noting that this game doesn't reuse levels to the same degree that Sonic Adventure 1 does. So each level for each character is designed specifically for that character, so there's a lot more depth to Knuckles gameplay in this game compared to 1, where you had to just go through some Sonic levels most of the time. In the valley. Okay, so it's probably not down here. Oh, there's a Chao box though. I want to see if I can get all 3. And these levels aren't labyrinths or anything, but they are a lot bigger than the previous games for searching. Okay, there's our first ping. At the base of the pillar. Okay, so we're yellow over here. Okay, there it is. Radical 600 points, so not as good as it could be. There's our second Chao box, an armored carpool. Alright, so we're probably looking for an armored gun enemy. And the birds outside my window are very, very excited for me to be playing Sonic Adventure 2, it seems. Because they're out a lot earlier than I'm used to them being. So apologies if they're coming through a lot. Oh, and here's our third one. Good stuff. And we get a little dragon. Oh. something's shooting at me, so it's probably... Oh, here it is. Okay, that was extreme, 1500. I think that might be the fastest, or the highest amount of points for how fast you can get an emerald after you're by a tall pillar. That might be the most amount of points we could have gotten. Because I think after you pick up an emerald, the amount of time before you pick up the next one is what determines how many points you get. Oh. Kill that. I'm not those, it's more difficult to kill those golden enemies, so I'm curious if that means that their Chao items give more. Oh, the Windy Hall. Okay, so probably back down here. Oh, yeah. There it is. Oh, I'm surprised I didn't see that earlier. Not another extreme, but hey, pretty good still. Faster than our city escape time, that's for sure. Yeah, see, I was hoping for a B, maybe if I got more rings, but either way. There's our second emblem, and once again, we're going to the Chao Garden. We're going to be going to the Chao Garden a lot. As you probably imagine, unless I somehow really mess up and miss a Chao key. Alright, and thankfully we don't get too many animals, so it doesn't take too long to feed them everything. So yeah, once again, I'm sorry about the fact that this Chao was already existing and we didn't get to hatch it on video. It was not my intention to do it this way, but I don't think it's that big a deal, but clearly the Chao data and the save file data is completely separate. On my computer's hard drive, I probably should have done a little bit of a Google search or something, but once again, no biggie. Let's see what appearance the dragon gives him. Okay, he got the dragon feet, not the coolest option, but part dragon is still dragon, I suppose. Okay, here's the sheep. I don't think I gave him the, I remember I got 2 peacocks, I think. I don't think I'm giving him either of them. That gives a lot of flying skill. Oh, here you go, buddy, I got you. Any more animals? Does not look like it. So let's just pick him up and give him a little shake to let him know that we love him. And those birds are going to town. Outside. And I'll just keep shaking this one. And then let's pet it a little bit. And then I'll save the one in the water. Well, I'm pretty sure the Chao in the water will eventually be able to save himself. It's really interesting. I don't remember the... Yeah, there he goes. I don't remember the Chaos changing to white this quickly. I wonder why that is. But anyway, let's go. 1156 Prison Island, nearby airspace.
There's no mistake about it. This must be the island. It's a secret military base that is reinforced and super strong. It's called Prison Island. I heard the news about it on satellite TV. I still can't believe that Sonic will destroy the military building or rob the bank. Wait for me, okay, Sonic? I'm on my way. What? Hey, look, it's Amy! And Eggman, too! What's Amy doing here? Doesn't matter. I have to help Amy because she's in danger. Tornado transformation!
We are immediately thrust into a boss fight with Eggman. I was muted obviously for the cutscene, but I wish you could have heard the noise I made when I laughed at how Tails says, I heard about it, or saw it on satellite TV. Like, oh wow, Tails, very high tech. Anyway, Tails returns with a much better voice actor. No offense to the literal child that voice acted Tails in Sonic Adventure 1 intended. Returns with a much better voice actor and a much worse gameplay system that's basically just Gamma. And this boss fight is... Eggman is being very silly. Yeah, when you get close and you attack, you can get a up-close punching bag style thing. Or boxing glove that comes out. I'm pretty sure Eggman, when he plays Eggman in the mech, that might be what comes out, a boxing glove. But that was pretty easy.
This time I'll let you go, but the next time we meet, you won't be so lucky.
Wow, Tails, you did it! But what are you doing here on this island? I'm the one who should be asking that question. Don't you know it's dangerous here? I know, but I'm here to save my hero, Sonic. Again? Hurry! I know Eggman's up to no good again. Okay, you stay here and I'll be right back. Don't leave without me! I want to help Sonic too!
Stage 3 is Prison Lane. Find the core of the prison. So yeah, there isn't a whole lot to talk about difference-wise here between Gamma and Tails. It's essentially the same thing. There's a little bit more depth to the levels though, because once again, repeating myself here, the levels are made exclusively for the character that's running through them, which is definitely a nice touch. But there is something to be said for the fact that Tails is in this big clunky mech and has to deal with all of these mechanics, like shooting enemies to open up doors, which once again, that's a very strange design for a prison to have. If you destroy all of the defense robots, that the doors open. Oh, that's where the Chao box is. How do I get over there? Can I even get over there? Do I need a upgrade? I don't think I can make it to that one. That's unfortunate. But anyway, it's a little funny to think about the fact that if this was Sonic Adventure 1 Tails, he could just easily fly over everything here and not even have to worry about it. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I don't think I can get to that Chao box until I replay this level with the upgrade later, because once again, returning from Sonic Adventure 1 is upgrades, and I'm not doing too hot. I could have sworn I locked onto that guy too. Oh, can definitely get this Chao box though. Definitely, Tails levels are definitely not my forte. Oh, gorilla. I want that gorilla for my Chao. Omo Chao telling us that there are specifically 15 animals hidden in this stage. Well, I can guarantee you that we're not going to be finding all of those, because we have to jump on this elevator and have a on-rails wait system. But at least we have things to shoot while we wait. Okay, Omo-chan, I'll see what you have to say. Keep your health meter above 0. Collecting rings will slowly help recover your health. This is very helpful information. I'm glad I took the time. So that's the clear path, but what happens if we ride this up? Maybe it'll take us to, well, I'm definitely gonna have to, hopefully this playthrough will help me get better at Tails controls here. I could not have thought of a worse thing to happen after saying that. Yeah, I think this might be our first E score, which is the lowest. I also have a tendency to just kind of mash sometimes when the whole point is that you're supposed to lock onto multiple things before you let go. So I gotta work out of that habit too. Unfortunately, we can't destroy the gray boxes, only the wooden ones. I just have to remember that there's a little bit of a delay when it comes to Tails. Oh, I could have sworn I shot that fast enough. When it comes to Tails' jump compared to his movement. And unfortunately, I don't think we can save this unicorn unless there's a path we can jump to back here. It's probably once again something to do with upgrades. Because I'm pretty sure you have to destroy cages like that with a rocket, but my memory's not 100% on that. Oh, that's pretty annoying when that happens, honestly. When you have to progress and you're trying to move fast in a Sonic game and the game punishes you for it. But I suppose it could be worse because they could punish you for going fast during a Sonic level. Instead of a more clunky mech level. And here's the goal, I think we have to destroy everything. And we're good. Unfortunately, this looks like an alternate path that we could go down if we had upgrades once again.
That was a little tough.
Okay, still not the lowest rank, so I'll take that. Yeah, that's something I wasn't really considering talking about until I started playing again, that this game definitely does have a lot more emphasis on replayability in the way that it does show you things that you can't get to yet on your first playthrough of levels, but there's also, when you replay stages, instead of the 3 objectives of the previous game, each stage has 5, I think, and you can individually get ranked on any of them, so there's a lot to do. And also the Chao Garden it's kind of adding insult to injury when you play as Tails in the Chao Garden, because he can now infinitely fly. But when you're actually going through levels as him, you have to be in that silly mech. But anyway, I'll stop complaining about it. Oh yeah, that's a lot of... Okay, we lost all of our animals, actually. Because I died. That's really unfortunate. Too bad. Oh, actually, that reminds me here. Let's see if Tails will say it. There's a few instances in this game where they had the English voice actors say Japanese words, which is pretty interesting. I kind of like it. It adds a little bit of flair to it. It happens a couple times. The Chao Garden with Eggman, when he pets the Chao, definitely does it. And I thought I heard Tails say Yosh, which is also what Eggman says, but either way, let's give him a good pet. And actually, I just realized how long we've been recording, so I guess now might as well be as good a time as any to say goodbye as Tails. So thank you so much for watching. Sorry about the delay the delay it's taken to start Sonic Adventure 2 since the previous one. I've been pretty busy, but I appreciate you bearing with me, and I'm really happy to be playing this game with you. So anyway, goodbye. Take care of yourself, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.